Jim, how are you doing?
Hey, very good.
It's been a long time.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you. So I came specifically to see you because I want to see some toys. We spoke and you introduced yourself last time, but here you are. So can you introduce us a little bit?
Well, we spoke about a watch for you because you had the particular interest in the dive watch.
Yes.
And I told you that I would have a watch for you, and here it is.
Beautiful. Wow.
So this is the Solar Aqua dive watch. It actually can dive down to 7,000 feet. 7,000? 7,000.
Okay.
We can convert that to meters if you want.
Okay.
But,
so with my license, I'm only allowed to go to 60 feet scuba diving, so I'm not there yet.
There we go.
But
well, this one certainly will take you for all your needs in the water at 60 feet.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about the brand? Because honestly, that's the thing that I love about Watch DNA is that every day I'm learning about new brands, so it's very cool.
So the brand history comes back from way back in the days of an old Canadian department store called Eaton's. And the owner of Eaton's decided that he wanted a house brand, and he actually, this is being the early 20th century, he actually went to Rolex and asked if he could, if they could make a watch brand for him. They chose the Solar Aqua name, so there still are some older watches out there. And those watches, when you open up the case back, they'll say Rolex Watch Company, or they'll say Oyster Watch Company, or Tudor Watch Company. These are these old watches that are still being collected.
Okay.
They've resurrected the brand, and it has its elements and its history in Canada because everything has the lowest depth of the water in Baffin Bay. That's why they came up with a dive watch.
Okay. Is it from Canada now? Where is it made now?
This is all made in Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay, so it's Swiss made now.
Yes.
Okay.
But the underlying theme of the brand is the connection with Canada because that's where its DNA.
I know. I like that.
From.
Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's watch DNA.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Wow, okay, it's beautiful. Okay, so different cases. So
we have two different cases. We have a steel case, and then we have the bronze. And because this is an associated company with U-Boat, it's under the U-Boat group of companies.
Oh, is it? Okay.
They've made, they've always been strong in bronze watches, which is a very unusual metal for some brands to be working with.
Okay.
And it does give you that patina of the gold kind of a look.
Okay.
Now that watch will change color over time.
Yeah.
It starts to look like it's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean, and it can be polished up with a polishing cloth to bring the shine back, or some people just like the weathered patina on it.
No. Something that I love about automatic watches is actually, I guess, lucky to have few, but it's when you take a new one, it's kind of like a rebirth. You know, it's like, okay, I feel the connection with the watch. You know, that's kind of my little thing.
Absolutely.
Cool, perfect, awesome. Thank you so much. Wow, I love this one. Love it. So I'm excited because I'm actually working on my video. When I did my scuba license, I was working on it this morning.
Yes.
And so I'm already thinking about my next dive. So you know, that will be my baby on it. I'm sure a lot of aficionados know and love U-Boat because they're definitely unique. But any little insight or maybe some novelties that you can show us today?
Well, the U-Boat, the history is from Italo Fontana, whose grandfather made the original design for the U-Boat watch, and I'll take the one off my wrist. This is more of a classic look. This collection is actually the Classico collection.
That's what I remember about U-Boat, yes.
So, and U-Boat has remained very similar in price point. The price points actually have come down, and they've come down so much so that they launched their quartz watches.
Okay.
And the quartz watches are filled with oil.
Oh.
So the oil, as you can see with the bubble, the oil that you can see with the bubble is, you can leave them on this.
Perfect.
Here. The oil that you see with the bubble is there for expansion and contraction due to heat, because if you had this and left it in the sun, everything would expand and you'd probably blow the dial off of the case.
Dark Moon.
So this is the Dark Moon collection.
I like that.
And this is a brand new piece that we launched in Geneva. This piece gives again, it's a hand-painted dial, hand-painted case, and it gives you that patina that has been sitting at the bottom of the 1,000 feet of ocean water.
You know something that I love about U-boats, that when you look at it, even if you don't know it's from Italy, you feel the style. Like, you know, one of my best friends is Italian, and I close my eyes and I can see him wearing one of those.
When we last spoke, we did mention that Italian style, Italian design is basically the basis of the collection.
Yeah.
People look at it and it says it definitely looks Italian. The original design had the crown on the left side, which you can see, and that has stayed consistent with the entire collection.
Maybe for lefties?
It is a bonus for a left. It could be a bonus for a left-handed watch.
My son is a lefty, so you know, I see with the guitar and everything else, you know. Cool, beautiful. Yeah, I love U-boats. I actually got introduced to U-boat maybe when I first started with the watch industry, so 16 years ago.
Right.
And yeah, and I realized, and at one point they were doing a lot of limited edition, right?
Limited editions are still part of the collection, but I will say that I would use the phrase more limited production as opposed to limited edition.
Yeah.
In that, what one can be a frustration for a collector, but could be actually a benefit for a collector. By limited number of pieces, they stay true to their policy in that they will only make maybe 500 pieces.
Okay.
So here is one piece from the Chimera collection.
So here's my question. Usually, and obviously you being the Canadian distributor, within 500 pieces, what is the estimation to be landed in Canada? How many usually you get within, let's say 500, you mentioned 500.
Well, we just launched a brand new watch, and I'll just use this as an example. We just relaunched the Chimera. We produced it 15 years ago, made 500 pieces with different dials, sold them out around the world. It's been dormant for 10 years, and they've redesigned and relaunched the Capsule collection.
Okay.
So here's the Capsule collection.
Wow.
And this is a 50mm watch, and there is a plaque on it, and this is number 004 of 200 pieces. 200
pieces?
Yes.
Wow. So it's very exclusive. So basically, I would call it for the Canadian, for the whoever has it is like they're only one of the 200 people in the world.
Exactly. Another piece that I have here in bronze is the Chimera collection. We did one chronograph and one non-chrono in both bronze and in steel. This is the last piece available in Canada for sale.
Okay.
This is numbers 094 of 500. So of the 500 pieces, this is sold out.
Okay.
And I just happened to visit the distributor, still have one piece left.
No way.
So this is the Chimera collection. Now the Chimera collection sold out. They have relaunched the collection with slight different designs.
That's beautiful. Wow. You guys check it out. Look at that.
Number 94 of 500.
That is beautiful. I love the color. And it matches well with my skin when I'm tan. Very cool. All right. And now I'm very intrigued to learn a little bit more about, how do you pronounce it? Exaequo.
Exaequo.
Exaequo, okay.
Exaequo.
Okay.
So the history of Exaequo was in the 90s. This was an independent watch brand made in Switzerland, and it is conceived and designed after the famous painting by Salvador Dali, which is they called it the soft watch, but basically, if you can recall the image, it was a clock melting on a table.
Yes.
The image came from Salvador Dali allegedly waiting to go out to a party, and there was a block of cheese in the Spanish night, very hot, and it was setting and it slowly melted.
Okay.
And he conceived the idea of time and the melting cheese, which gave him the motivation for the painting. So that's why we have the clock here and the collection, which is It was very successful from 1990 till 1995. Only one problem. The original manufacturer using the Salvador Dali name.
Oh, ooh, okay.
And without permission, and was subsequently shut down, and that is the history of the brand. The U-Boat group of companies have resurrected the brand, gone back to the original manufacturing. They have made some subtle changes in that the dial is now a two-step dial.
Okay.
They've made some changes to the case back in that it's a screw back case.
Yeah.
The original pieces that you can find on the internet, the original pieces that are for sale are actually right now probably double and triple the price of what they're being offered today.
Okay, yeah.
And so changing a battery, screw back case, very easy.
Yeah.
They used to have to take the crystal off the front in order to change a battery. Very problematic. Well, now we have 5 dials in gold PVD and 5 in steel.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, my dad is an artist, is a painter as a hobby, and he loves Dali. So it's definitely one piece that's we're speaking about it. Maybe next year is turning a 50 years anniversary. So now I have to find a gift for my mom, but I think that would be the gift for my dad.
There we go.
Yeah, I love it. Here, check it out. I'm going to write. Is there different sizes?
No, it is one size. And they've even gone back to the original packaging. This is the exact box that they used in the past. And there it is.
Yeah, I think that would be the one for my dad. All black. Very nice. And what is the Canadian retail for that?
Canadian retail is $950.
Okay, okay, $100,000. Very nice. Beautiful. Jim, thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to see you again.
Always a pleasure to see you again.
Within a few days. And yeah, we can wait and make sure to come and watch DNA because we're going to write some articles about some of those brands and I would love to hear about you guys. What do you think and which brand do you like the best?